precious sacrifices. So that's even still fulfilling the law, right?
And that's why, like when he came back from after his crucifixion, when he manifested himself back to the 12, he was basically breaking it down and expounding in the scriptures all the things that was written in the law and the prophets concerning his coming. That's why he said all things must be fulfilled out of the law, out of the books of Moses, and out of the prophets, man. Luke 24 and 44. And pretty much when they saw that, they was like, wow, he did fulfill what was written. He was bringing out the scriptures and showing them. You know? That's what that means, that all things must be fulfilled, man.
He actually did the things that the scripture spoke about.
Yeah. That's why I said it is finished. He was talking about complete what is job for the Old Testament.
There you go. Beautiful.
Verse 18.
But it didn't knock off the prophecies.
No. Right.
He still got to come back and fulfill that too.
But that's why he said, I didn't come to destroy.
Right.
To fulfill.
Okay. And he'll be back again to completely fulfill, right?
But there's still things that haven't been fulfilled in the Old and the New Testament.
Right. There's still things that for the kingdom of heaven that have to be fulfilled. Prophecies written about the kingdom of heaven.
In the Old Testament and in the New.
Right. Verse 18 says, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law to all be fulfilled. And this book is after the whole book of the law.
It all wasn't fulfilled just in 70 AD, all right? William Bell Pepper here. For all you preterists out there.
Verse 19, it says, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so. Hey, what least commandments he's talking about? The law of Moses. He's still talking about, he's still referring to that. He's still referring to that even after he came. He was still referring back to the law of Moses. Even though we know the law can't save you, you still got to practice it to show your faith. Rehearse it, so to speak, right?
Rehearse it righteousness.
It says, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So we still got to wait for those men that are doing it and teaching it to be called great in the kingdom of heaven. That's where the kingdom, I didn't even think that was going to come up there, but it did. That's still a prophecy of the kingdom of heaven. They got to be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah. That hasn't been fulfilled.
Right. That hasn't been fulfilled. And I also had Hebrews the 8th chapter, which is going into the answer what we was talking about, unless somebody else something else will want.
I mean, if y'all got something else, we're going to that, but if you want to go into, we don't have anything else.
I just want to
bring it.
I'll read it out. Verse 7, Hebrews 8:7. For if the first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. And that's why when we read, I'm going to jump back over to Hebrews 10 and 6. I'm going to start up at 2. It says, For them will they have not ceased to be offered. Let me start at verse 1. Hebrews 10 and 1. For the law having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year.
So keep going back to the sacrifices.
Yep.
The sacrifices can't make you perfect.
Because that means you have iniquity going on, or sin going on, that you have to keep bringing these sacrifices. That means you're not going to ever get the fullness of the promises. Yeah, the good things that's to come. It says, can never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually make the comers thereunto perfect. It said, for them would they have not had ceased to be offered, because there would always be sin, because you know you get out of it. As long as you know there's a safety net, you don't care about being careful and doing something dangerous. You know? Because you know there's a safety net.
That's what you read earlier. Sacrifice and offering now, but it's not, but the body has not prepared it. Because Jacob's running into the ground. Matter of fact, if you got, you could keep going, but if you got Isaiah the 1st chapter, it goes into that whole thing.
Yep. Let me keep reading this. It says, you want that to go now?
No, you got
We keep going down. We gotta go home. What do you think?
I mean, read
Read
Isaiah, because that's going to go right into it anyway.
Right.
It's Isaiah chapter 1, verse 11. To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me?
Right, because you're continually being imperfect. You're continually, meaning that you're still with sin. The point of that is in case you mess up, that you have an atonement that you wouldn't have to be killed for your sins. But if you're continually sinning and you're showing up every week and not trying to make yourself perfect, what good is it? It's not doing you any good. He gave you, because he said if you die, if you sin, then it'll lead you to death. But if you have an atonement for that, then you have another chance to get it right. But Jake kept coming and kept sinning over and over and over, making it worse as a continual thing.
It's premeditated sin.
Till it became premeditation. And that was like the final straw. Keep reading.
I am full of burnt offerings of rams.
I'm tired of that. I'm tired of y'all saying I'm sorry and burning these sacrifices, but you continue doing sin over and over and over. Go ahead.
And the fat of fed beasts, and I delight not in the blood of bullocks or of lambs.
Because where he used to, hey, think about it. If somebody gave you anything, Kool-Aid or whatever your favorite drink is, but if you drink it all day, every day, you're going to start not to have that same affection for it. Well, same with the Heavenly Father. It's like, okay, he's repenting, so he's going to burn his fat beast or whatever to me. It's an incense that smells good to me, that he's turning from righteousness, from wickedness back to righteousness. But when I just keep smelling it over and over and over, and y'all ain't ever getting right, what good is it to me? I'm tired of that. Go ahead.
I delight not in the blood of bullocks or of lambs or of he-goats. When ye come to appear before me, who hath required this at your hand to tread my courts.
Yeah. Hey, what are you coming here for, knowing that you're going to sin again after this? Why even come now? Why even atone for this sin when you already know that you're going to sin 2 other different ways next week or next year? Why would you do that? So he got tired of it and he did away with it. A little more.
13. Bring no more vain oblations.
Empty oblations.
Oblations.
No, you're right. But when he says vain, they're just empty. It's worthless, meaningless. They're not meaning nothing because you're going to sin again. You know? Go ahead.
So it's just like after you done washed your child, you tell your child, don't go play in that dirt again. And your child just
he leaves from the
bath and he goes straight to the dirt. But he knows that eventually his parents is gonna wash him off, wash the dirt back off of him. So the child basically takes advantage of it because he know that the father's gonna make sure that his child is right, clean. So that's just like a child that's trying to take advantage, man.
Yeah.
That's the Most High. You can't outsmart the Most High, man.
Right.
He made you.
Right.
You know.
That's a child not learning from their mistakes. It's like Jake was going off, and then they sacrificed a lamb, an ox, and do it again.
Hey.
So the Most High got tired of it.
Jake is repeat offenders, man. Jake will continue doing the same thing. Oh, I found another turtle dove and another turtle dove. I'm gonna keep doing the sin that gets me out with these turtle doves. The Most High got tired of it. You're taking advantage of what it was different. That's what it's eventually gonna. You got something? That's good on that, man.
Yeah, so Ecclesiastes is 34 and 19. It says the Most High is not pleased with the offerings of the wicked, neither is he pacified for sin by the multitude of sacrifices.
Right, he's not pacified with your sin by the multitude of sacrifices. Because the point is for you not to sin. That's the point. So you don't sin, not so you continually sin over and over. If you, as long as you atoning for those sins with sacrifices. He don't want to smell sacrifices all day. He just wants people to be right. You know?
I'm going to jump down, verse 25. Sirach 34 and 25. He that washeth himself after the touching of a dead body, if he touch it again, what availeth his washing?
What was the point of washing? That's what we were saying earlier, right? What's the point of sacrificing or atoning for your sins or washing yourself clean if you know you're going to go back and get dirty again? The same way.
So is it with a man that fasteth for his sins and goeth again and doeth the same who will hear his prayer, or what doeth his humbling profit thee?
Yeah, what does your humbling prayer? It's his faith. It wasn't sincere. You said you got something?
I gotta prove it. It's Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell your solemn assemblies.
Hey, because they're not sincere. You don't do them in sincerity to the Heavenly Father. Go ahead.
Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offering of your fat beasts.
I'm not gonna atone you for that. Hey, like I keep reading the scripture in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, the last verse, I think like 77. It said, woe be to him that are bound with their sins. So he's not gonna take those sins off you no more because he knows that they're insincere. When you say that you repent and you give those oblations toward the Heavenly Father, he knows it's not sincere.
But does it not say in Hebrews 10:26, for if we sin willfully, there remaineth no more sacrifice for your sins? Because you know the truth, you know what to do. And the Lord knows that you know what to do. But you're going to do it anyway. The Lord ain't, if you talking about you repent now, the Lord he ain't hearing that, man. Now when it's sincere, you could be forgiven.
Right.
You know, but you don't. But just don't take advantage of that.
That's what grace is for.
Yeah, like when it says, when your neighbor trespasses against you, shall you forgive him 70 times 7? Yeah, I mean that to a certain extent. That's basically meaning if your brother keeps slipping up, you know, he keeps going off, but it's sincere. It's not
a just man falleth
like
7
a
times.
just man falleth 7 times, but he gets back up.
Yep.
You know, a just man knoweth when he slippeth.
Yep.
But if you're doing that willfully, wickedly, but then you turn around and crouch like you humble by what you did, but you really full of shit.
Yep.
The Lord, he sees through that, man.
Yep.
You know.
Hey, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Right? That's the famous quote. But the Heavenly Father thought of that quote, man. He ain't gonna let you just continue to get over on him over and over and over. Is there more on there? That was it, right? You got something? You got something?
And if I may say this, because he's quoting in Amos when it talks about the Lord hates your feast day.
Yeah.
Really, in the circumcision, you got Jake turning the Lord's high holy days into things of profane.
Yeah.
Not separating the holy from the profane. That's why you see Nate's Passover and Johanna's Passover. It looked no different than a fucking banquet at a damn NBA, you know, or like the damn club. Yeah, you got Christian Mingle going on at their Passovers, man.
ChristianMingle.com.
ChristianMingle.com, man.
Sponsored by Christian Mingle now.
Yeah. They even got flyers that look like when Jake see the flyer, like, damn, this shit look like this gonna be popping.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be the Lord's Passover.
Anybody can come to the
Matter
Passover.
of fact, come on, Saul nigga.
Yeah.
Throw your links on the grill. Come on, bro. Like,
And this supposed to be and the scriptures say we supposed to come to the feast. Really, we supposed to be in a morning state when we keep the Passover. It's a solemn assembly. But y'all don't keep it solemn. So the Lord, that's what it means by the Lord hate and despise your feast days, man.
right.
You basically exact your own pleasure on the Lord's high holy day, man.
Right.
You know?
Versus doing it in sincerity. Matter of fact, let's read that.
It's Ecclesiasticus 32:16. They that fear the Most High shall find judgment and shall kindle justice as a light. A sinful man will not be reproved,
Yep.
but find an excuse according to his will.
But I didn't know. But I had a turtle dove to you know, or whatever excuse. Jake always will find an excuse. You know, to continue in the same bullshit he's been doing. You know, go ahead.
A man of counsel will be considerate, but a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear.
Right. What did he say?
All right.
I knew they were gonna lose. Say, read that
A man of counsel will be considerate.
What will be considered?
A man of counsel
A man
will be
of counsel
considerate.
will be considered whether the Heavenly Father supper with him or he has men supper with him from the Heavenly Father. but he'll be considerate and not go back into those ways. But how many faulty ass Passovers has Nate and Johanna had? There's more than one each. Repeatedly, we get on them every year that they invite them heathens and whoever else. And I'm talking about Jake heathens, some other people over there. Repeatedly he does that. Go ahead.
But a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear.
Yep, but a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear. He ain't worried about the repercussions that come with this, the consequences, right, that come with this. But they're heavy consequences and repercussions.
For example, like let's say a robber or a thief. If he know that he gonna get out of the building, already got the building staked out, and already know the plan, and already know there's no way for him to be caught, then he gonna continue in the act.
Let me use this analogy. If this is a cold one that some of the world uses. If you're only gonna get a slap on the wrist, you ain't gonna worry about doing no crime. But if you know they chopping out arms and limbs, guess what? You gonna think twice.
That's right.
You gonna live in that fear, like what if I gotta scratch my ass?
There's no arm.
No arm there no more. You don't think twice about stealing.
Because these laws are righteous, man.
Right.
That's wisdom.
Yep.
That's why certain sins were unto death. Because it was what? To put away evil from Israel.
Yep.
You'll think about the judgment. You'll think about the judgment. That's why you won't do it.
Say rebuke before all, so others may fear. Hey, so what did you do when somebody was being put to death? Bring him out before the elders of the congregation.
The whole city had to see
we're gonna stone you.
Put
you to death. So everybody see it and deal with that. Be like, oh, I ain't gonna do. What did he do? He did that. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. So that fear is established.
That's why you don't read about too much adultery going on in the scriptures, man.
Right.
That was a physical adultery.
Right. Okay.
But a strange and a proud man is not daunted with fear, even when of himself he has done without counsel.
So said the Lord.
Even that himself.
That's right.
He has done without counsel. Yeah, because he did it without counsel. He did it without searching the spirit. He did it without a wiser man above him showing him the right way. And is that not our people? That's Jake, man. You guys do a lot of BS without counsel of wisdom.
Just the other day, I was watching. It was on NBA players and NFL players, and somebody was commenting on the fact that when you get these youngsters this money, they don't know what to do with it, so they end up broke as soon as they leave the NBA or before they leave the NBA. And it's because they had no counseling on what to do with that money.
That's the same thing with the lottery winners, When they get that lump sum of money, like I just finished doing a video on it, but when they get that lump sum of money, they say that money ruined their life. Whether it be family members that ask for the money, anybody will start trying to exploit you. You have a numerous number of things. You have a numerous number of things that come with that money. You start trying to live. You try to start living more lavish. You try to start living more lavish. When you try to start living more lavish, that money comes with more bills you got to pay. When you don't have a financial consultant or someone of that sort to help you out plan spending out that money.
Have you had a living bread in your hand?
That money is then start to lose it quickly,
When they say a fool in his money is what?
Department.
Have you had it?
And all that money goes quick because you're not taking that money and investing it to keep it generating.
If you invest in something, who said that something won't fall,
Hey, which goes back to the curses.
Especially being an Israelite.
Riches are not coming for a nigger. I think
Abundance of a hole in the pocket.
Abundance of money in this society is a curse, man. Because we need money to get our daily, our daily bread, our stuff we need, but abundance of money, he'll have you bugged out, man.
How many Jakes that got lump sums of money turned to drug addicts, man? And Rick James is a cold blooded
to back you on that, it was a man that won the lottery in UK. He won I believe 100 and something million. No, he started. They started saying how he was basically spending all his money on prostitutes and drugs.
Yep.
He said he did $3,000 worth of crack cocaine every day.
Wow.
You know?
Like
I got a real quick one. This is Haggai 1 and 9.
Yep.
You look for much and lo, gone. Haggai 1 and 5. Now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. You have
consider your ways where you're getting your counsel from. Are you counseling of yourself, or are you counseling from wise men, or from the scriptures? Go ahead.
It says, you have sown much and bring in little.
You wanted so much, but how much for the Heavenly Father who gives riches? How much are you putting in toward for Him? Go ahead.
You eat, but you have not enough.
Yep.
You drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, and there is none warm.
Yep.
And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
Yeah, when you eat, that was all you want, right? You earn your wages is to be in a bag of holes. You know, you losing it, you tricking it off, tricking it off on the weekend, whatever else. On drugs, on women, whatever it is, whatever. And they about to take your bottom. Or whatever else it is.
I believe in like Jesus. They didn't believe me when I was in jail. I was trying to tell them.
Right, bro.
They looked at me, it was funny because I was white. I tried to tell them, you should black.
It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Go up to the mountains and bring wood and build a house, and I will take pleasure in it, and I will be glorified, saith the Lord.
Light on the top of a hill cannot be hid. So build that up above it. Build that up for the Heavenly Father. Go ahead.
And I will be glorified, saith the Lord Yahweh. You look for much, and lo, it came to little.
It's a lot. Could I get a quick precept? It's Sirach, Wisdom of Solomon 7. No, is it 7? I believe it's the 7th chapter, or it's the 6th chapter. Let me take a look right quick. Salakia. Yes. Yes, 7. Start at 7.
7.
Yep.
It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 7. Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me.
This is that counseling that you need first before you can know how to use those riches, before you can do the right thing with those riches.
I called upon the Most High Yahweh, and the spirit of wisdom came to me.
Keep going.
I preferred her before scepters.
It's like the scepter basically is like a staff with jewels and gold and whatever, depending on the level that you're at. You know, showing your kingliness that you're the ruler. Go ahead.
I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed riches nothing in comparison of her.
Yeah, so you need that wisdom first, and jump up to 6 and 20. Jump up to 6 and 20.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 20. Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom.
If you want to be rich and powerful and have lots of money and wealth, honor wisdom. Where do you get wisdom from? From the Heavenly Father. Keep reading.
That ye may reign forevermore.
What good is it to be on top like these rap entertainers, right? What good is it to be a one-hit wonder? If you really were about your craft, you'd be on top and you know how to stay on top. And I don't mean by in a wicked way, where making these continual sacrifices to selling your soul or whatever else.
Yeah, that's the only way to stay on top in this society.
It's a bad analogy, but something that Jake today can understand. You know, there's a lot of one-hit wonders out there, but how many great artists really stay on top the whole time they're alive? You know, that they come into it with their music. But in this society, you gotta be wicked with it. I think that's pretty much all.
That was it.
Yeah. And then you was reading.
Yeah, it says Haggai 1 and 9.
Yep.
You look for much, and lo, it came to little.
Yep.
And when you brought it home, I did blow upon it.
Yep. I didn't let you really just stack it up. You can't really stack it up like that. The Heavenly Father ain't gonna allow you to stack it up because it was in deceitfulness and in BS. It wasn't through his counsel.
Yeah, and it goes back to the curses.
Right.
You know, I mean, the only way Jake really make it in this society is when they sell out.
Yep.
And that's the only way they could stay up top. You know, because if you're making a certain amount of money and you in that $1 million club and up, 2 million, 3 million, there's things you got to do to get there and to stay there.
Yep.
Esau bankrupt you overnight, man.
Yep.
He gonna make whether it's tax money right now.
Yeah, God. Yep.
Hey, I know you. Say, hold on, let me get this McGregor fight. You ain't got it. But think, when was the last time he paid taxes? Did he just go to jail for taxes?
No, he was
No, that was for
whooping them girls' head.
yeah, slapping on that woman with deadly weapon. Go ahead.
It says, why, saith the Lord of hosts, because of mine house that is waste, and you run every man unto his own house. Therefore the heaven over you is stayed from dew, and the earth is stayed from her fruit.
Yep.
And I call
you're not getting the true watering of the spirit that you're supposed to have, or the fruit that's supposed to come from the wisdom that the Heavenly Father gives you. You know, it's like saying, I just gave you 10 acres of land, but you ain't tilling and bringing forth no fruit out of it. Well, that's true about you. When you get wisdom from the Heavenly Father, you're supposed to bring forth the fruit and wisdom that the Heavenly Father gives you.
Take the talent.
Take the talent and make more upon it.
Hey, well, it goes back to the curses. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 43. Yep. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Yep.
And thou shalt come down very low.
That's why our people are on the bottom. We were brought down very low because of that curse. No matter how much more talented than anybody else on the planet we may be, no matter how much skill or whatever we may have, we can't get up on a high level because of that curse right there. We still have to be very low on, like Oprah, supposed to be a billionaire or whatever. She's crumbs. Hey, what did he say? I always got to quote this. Chris Rock said it. He said, if Bill Gates woke up with Oprah money, he'd kill himself. Straight up. And we look at Oprah like the richest black person alive or something. She's got crumbs compared to the real richest on the planet.
Yep. Yeah, because the richest she got is them dollar bills, which are FRN.
FRN, that's about,
all they gotta do is say they're worthless, and what you got? You're better off using it for toilet tissue than trying to use it to buy toilet tissue.
Yep, right.
Pass it on. She has no heirs.
Yep, hey. She don't even have nobody to pass it to.
It's going right back to Esau when she's gone.
Yep.
Right. It says, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Yep. Hey, who pays? Who writes your check? It's a white man at the end of that. At the top was a white man writing that check to you. That or a stranger or a heathen. Excuse me. That's writing that check down to you. You getting down at the crumbs. Right?
It says, he shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
He's gonna be the head because he's calling the shots. Like you said, a good analogy was if he say, you know what? I know your money's all in euros or whatever, but I'm shutting all them off just to cut you off. He can do that and still be all right.
And he's gonna do it.
And he's gonna do it.
This money system is circling the drain.
Yep.
Literally, man.
Yep.
The money ain't gonna be worth shit.
Yep.
You know, like I was telling about Akim. If they giving Jake $200 million to play basketball, what'd that tell you?
How
worth the money is.
How much do they make?
How much car?
You got DJs that's making more than surgeons.
Yeah.
That dude, I believe his name is Steve Aoki. He getting paid way more than doctors, you know?
But you know what?
For shows he getting paid 30 million plus for a show or however many series for pressing the buttons.
He didn't make the record, just
Can I speak for a second there?
You got something good?
Yeah.
What you got?
That right there with the DJ thing, right? I feel like that happens for a reason. And it happens naturally. And it's because of this. DJs and surgeons have two different jobs, but they're similar. It's healing.
But this demonic vibration
DJ
let me tell you it's a lot. Let me say it like this. It's like this, man. Yeah, they do have two similar jobs. They operate on the people, right?
Yeah, it's healing.
Now, what healing for what? It's not healing you to make you
healing
whole.
for what?
Yeah, it's not
Because
to
you
make you
sick.
whole. It's further making music today. It's further making you sick.
From what?
Let me ask you. Hold on. Talk to me a second. Let me ask you a question. Think about it. since let's just choose Trey Songz. Since he's been talking about Mr. Steel Girl and Wiz Khalifa talking about weed and Snoop and whoever else, ain't there more weed going on the planet that aren't making our people any smarter? It's not healing us.
What do you mean?
Where's the spiritual music that's healing our people?
So you mean
Some
that?
people don't even, our people are taking pills. Since these rappers have been talking about taking pills,
Okay, boom,
there's
here we go.
people taking pills.
Here we go. That's why I feel like weed to me is natural. I don't know if it might come from some other place. I don't know.
Okay.
But
Are they
pills,
selling you the natural stuff, or is it growing in the laboratory?
you can grow it, bro. It grows from the earth. That's what I mean. It's
So are
natural.
they the weed that we have to go to the dispensary to get? Is that growing in a laboratory, or is it growing in somebody's field?
I don't know what they do.
It's synthetic. Man.
They all got different grow houses. Some people grow it outside with the sun. Some people grow it.
Yeah.
But
Well, we're
back
going
to
Some people grow it themselves. Some people don't grow it at all and just buy it.
Right.
And that's their right.
but back to the
All
DJ.
that's gonna get burnt up, man.
But when we talk
Like-
about
like
healing,
the
when we talk about healing, you need herbs to heal. That's what God put herbs there
Yes.
for, to heal.
But do you know which herbs heal you for what?
Yeah.
You know that?
I know there's probably a lot of herbs out there that I'm not aware of that heal me.
Right.
Right.
But
so
the
let
herbs
me
that
ask you
heal
this.
me,
What herb? You know about marijuana, right? We're talking about
Little
marijuana.
something.
What does marijuana help you? What does it
What
cure
does it help
or
me
heal
with?
you with? Or anybody? What is it on the earth to
I
heal?
think that it
and
has
how do you
different
how do you
effects.
take it?
To me, marijuana, this is to me now.
It should be
To
to science.
me, it to be, well, this science to me because I study. But that's only from my studies. That's why I say to me.
Okay.
To me, it's a healing herb. It's a miracle herb that heals a lot of different things.
Okay.
Now, if you want to pinpoint it down, then you have to actually figure out what it is that's bothering you and how it can help you. To me, personally, it helps
So
me.
do you think it's the answer of all things? Because that's what our people think.
No, I don't think that
Is
there
it-
is
'cause
one
some-
answer to
let
all
me tell you,
things.
'cause some our
I
people-
think that you
our
have to
people
search
take it-
a lot of different places
Hey, bro,
in order to get
let me
answers.
explain something. to
Well,
you.
I mean, the bottom line is this, you know, people today smoke the weed to get high.
Yep.
They don't normally smoke it to
Heal themselves.
get any
You can't
healing.
tell somebody
But
what they're doing to
but
heal
you can
themselves.
no, but I'm saying you could ingest it, you could chew it, you can make ointments out of it, you can do different things, you can make teas out of it to heal yourself of whether you have cataracts or certain eye problems or whatever the body needs. But by smoking it, you just all you're doing is getting high and
All you're doing
and
is
that
getting high.
but your lungs are being destroyed.
Right.
There's people that have
That's
died of cancer from smoking weed.
The byproduct
Lung
of
cancer.
lighting the blunt is a fire. Fire is dangerous to the body.
Those fumes you breathe in from that lighter.
But what if you vape it and you don't fire it and you don't inhale nothing but the natural
Let me
herb?
tell you something.
What if you
Listen,
run it through water
Mr.
and
Rasta,
what if,
Rasta,
hold on,
let me
listen. What if you run it through
You're
water?
not running nothing up
What if you run it
here.
through
You
water?
haven't given us any wisdom. You gave us no wisdom.
It may not be
You're
wisdom
giving
to
no
you.
wisdom.
It may be
Well, go
a
teach that wisdom
stone.
to somebody smoking a
It may
blunt
be a
down there,
stone
bro.
to you.
All right, let's go.
But back to the thing, you got DJs making more than doctors, you know?
Yep.
They heal more people
They're killing.
at one time.
They're not really healing anybody because at the end of the day, when you wake up tomorrow, if you're poor and you wake up tomorrow after you finish going to a concert, you're still going to be poor tomorrow. So what is the healing? The healing should be that bring you up on a higher plateau, on a higher plateau. And what's that higher plateau? The word, because the words that are in this Bible, they're going to bring a cleaning and a healing to the soul, to the spirit, because eventually there's hope.
1,000 times and still be broke. It doesn't mean it healed me.
But the Lord is eventually, when the kingdom is established, the riches are going to be there.
That's right.
When you go back to the history, King Solomon, no, you don't have to have a job.
It's an easy way to establish a
King Solomon asked for wisdom. And since he didn't ask for riches or long life, the Lord gave him riches above anybody. He was the richest and the most wisest man of all the kings of the East. Because of what? Because of wisdom. All right, go ahead, y'all got it.
Brother, somebody, real quick,
Yeah.
somebody give Matthew 9 and 12, and then somebody else give me Psalm 107.
Matthew, verse 9.
Just real quick before you do it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Archie, go ahead.
Proverbs 1 and 22. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity?
And weed ain't, who has weed got out of debt? Who has weed healed anybody? Anybody, the people that, listen man,
It's simple, man.
anytime weed has been used, It's not, people aren't taking weed to heal their cataracts. The majority, I'm telling you, the majority of people don't have cataracts yet. But they're still smoking weed.
Property of it?
No, there's other ones, but they don't know, what it is.
Hey, just keep teaching the scriptures, man.
And scorn is the light and they're scorning.
Take knowledge to it. That's the main point.
Another fool coming over here showing that he is a fool, like it says in Ecclesiastes 10. His wisdom is filling. Give me Matthew's 9 and 12.
Matthew 9 and 12.
And these are the words of Yahawashi.
But when Yahawashi heard that he said unto them, they that be whole need a physician.
Not a physician.
Need not a physician. But they that are sick.
But they that are sick. Our people are fucking sick, man.
Yeah, Isaiah 1.
Isaiah the 1st chapter, man.
Somebody
the whole
get
head
that.
is sick. Somebody can get that too.
I got it. Isaiah 1.
And we got a prime example right here. Jake right here is sick. He think he's being healed by the demonic ass music.
Put the camera on.
All right.
And on top of that, ain't nobody going to these concerts to say, "Oh, I want to be healed." They going to the concerts to do whatever type of wickedness.
Man, you go to these concerts, niggas is rolling up, getting bent, just bugged out. You got concert brawls, niggas fighting each other, niggas shooting up the fucking arena, people scattering. How many times you gotta hear that?
I'm so confused by stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know
Fights,
what's wicked anymore.
Gangs, shootings, adultery. All that shit is wicked, man. That shit ain't healing our people. It's putting our people further in the grave, man. That shit puts demons on you, man. That shit ain't healing nobody, man. Get that real quick in Isaiah, and then get Psalms 107 and 20.
So you want 3 or 5?
Where it says the whole head is sick.
Got it. Isaiah 1 and 5. Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. Revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint.
Our people are completely gone. Completely sick. To the point that they don't know. They don't know what's right and what's wrong no more. They don't know what's up and what's down no more. They don't. I know, because we're trying to tell you and you don't want to hear it. You're too busy telling us what you studied and you think, and we're telling you that we got it from a higher place, and we've done real studies on it. You ain't, bro, told us nothing that it heals. You told us music heals you. This demonic ass music heals you. Now, there's Baroque music that can take a demon off of you, but you don't know that, and that's not what these DJs are spinning. You don't know about that, but you gonna tell me a DJ is healing people by further playing music like Pop These Pills, Percocet, and Mr. Steal Your Girl, commit adultery. That's bullshit, man. That stuff gonna get people killed further and further. So we don't want to hear that up here.
I think arguing this stuff gets
black and white.
I don't think that music technically gets people
Nah, man.
killed.
Everybody that's into that and think that's the way of healing is gonna die.
I think people disagree with each other and not being able to handle it.
From the sole of the foot even into the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and petrifying sores.
To the point that they don't know if they should put alcohol on it or put peroxide on it or grind up weed and put on it. Y'all don't know what to do with it.
And that's talking,
so you just smoke it.
And that's talking spiritually of our people, man. Our people are messed up, man. They don't know who they are. They're wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. Like they don't know their own nationality. All right, they're poised by what society teaches you. You know.
I got a question.
Oh, they're done,
more questions.
I can't ask no question.
No more.
They have been closed.
You had like 2
it, bro.
They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
Yeah, that's our people, man.
Yeah, the ointment is the knowledge, the scriptures.
Right. He didn't want none of that.
You know, I mean, all you're gonna get in there, that's a demonic vibration.
Yeah.
Like when you go to these concerts, that music and the lyrics and all that, it's all demonic vibration. You know, and the reason why, because he said that what gets people into fights is because of arguments. Well, how do you think them arguments start? Because of that demonic ass music.
Good. We bring it up a lot of times in this camp. I believe it was MC8. He said his music got a lot of people killed. You know, because when you listen to that demonic music talk about rolling up and doing a drive-by on somebody, and it's turned up all the way up, that's all you're thinking about. You're not thinking about, oh, what I'm about to do is about to destroy somebody else. You thinking about we gotta go get this nigga. That's all you thinking about. So when the music of Lil Yachty or Uzi or all that bullshit is being played to Jake, the same thing is being pushed out is the same thing that's coming in their ears, wickedness.
If I may add to what you said, who's giving them the playlist of songs to write, or the type of songs that need to come out? The damn devil, man. Right. That's who runs these record labels that tell you, hey, I need an adultery song. You don't call it an adultery song. I need about how you got all the chicks, and you can take this other guy's chick. And then I need this type of song about these pills and these drugs. And I give you I need these certain types of songs. I need these breakup songs for you females. I need fuck these niggas. I need one of them too in there. Throw all that in there, then you can throw whatever you want.
Hey,
but
man.
those are the ones that's gonna get played, that's gonna get over and over played through their mind.
It'll be a beautiful day when the Lord raise up and start killing 2/3, man.
Right.
Because it's like
that's the medicine.
There's no reasoning with these guys, man.
Right.
You already seen where his mind was at.
Right.
You know, it's just like, what are you gonna tell him that's gonna change his mind?
Right.
Nothing. Now after all of that, now he wants to know about nationality. You know, you don't want to know, because as soon as we tell you, you're gonna come with some other bullshit.
Right.
And the answers are right.
He said a DJ deserves more than a doctor.
Right.
Because that's the world, that's the bugged out world that he lives in.
Yep. But look at what Esau do when it's a man that's trying to get the herbs from the ground and trying to help you.
Yep.
He get killed.
Yep.
When they prosecute him, they put him in jail.
His whole mindset was, how do I bring weed into this?
Right.
Exactly.
That's all
How do I justify my weed smoking
And
to
it,
these men?
and it's not about smoking weed for a healing of cataracts
Right.
or whatever it is you get healed from. It's about getting high.
Staying numb. Yeah, staying numb.
You know, staying numb, because this society is afflicting and it's hard on Jake. But they don't understand why it's hard on Jake. It's hard on you because of the curses that are written in the Bible. And there's a way out, but they don't want to hear that.
Correct. And this is the only comforter. This is the script say this is the comforter, you know?
Psalms 107 and 20.
In Psalms 107 verse 20, he sent his word and healed them.
Beautiful.
Read it again.
He sent his word and healed them and delivered them from their destruction.
That's what heals you, man. This knowledge, man. This word, this wisdom.
Yeah.
Jake don't know what the fuck he talking about, man.
That's a mollifying ointment. If you take a bruise or a wound that's infected and you don't take care of it, it's going to get worse and worse. But if you put stuff, if you wash it out with water, or you put peroxide on it, or you put some ointments on it, or some type of healing, some herbs into some kind of
Paste or something.
what's that?
Paste.
Like a paste or a balm, and then put it on there. You know, it'll start to clear it out and start cleaning it out. That's what the word does. Right, because the word is healing. Because when that time comes, see, they looking at the natural riches.
Right.
Scripture say, if y'all want to get that, Matthew 6. You know, because the real treasure we're looking for is the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
And this knowledge is what's going to bring us there. Because day by day, it's like the scriptures, like the Apostle Paul said, though my outward man perish, yet the inner man is renewed day by day.
That's right.
Yeah, y'all got that?
This is Matthew 6 and 7. It's like Matthew 6 and 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Hey, if I may say about, well, you worried about the things of this earth that's tangible to heal you, to make you better, what's the other word I want to use? Basically to regenerate you and make you clean and comfort you. But it's not those things that's gonna do it. There's nothing tangible that I can hand you. Here, take this necklace, here, take this money, or whatever else that's gonna cure you of these things. These things go deeper into your spirit. And this word goes deeper into your spirit and cleans all that out. So that you'll be healed from all these things.
Where moth and rust doth corrupt.
Be healed from the wickedness which is the genesis of all that bad. Go ahead.
Where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
Yep.
Where
spiritual places. Go ahead.
Where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Hey, having this word that of wisdom, or having certain amounts of wisdom to live by, is way more profitable. We're just talking about that than having $30 million or $11 million or whatever else.
Knowing knowing who to call on and what to do before destruction comes. that should comfort you. You know, not no pills or weed or mushrooms, money, jewels, things of this world.
Nah, this knowledge and wisdom is more valuable than anything, man. Any of the treasures of this earth.
God, you can't buy this.
God.
The richest prophet not the day of destruction.
And that's it. See, Jake, this society teaches you that you have to invest. You have to get a job. You have, I mean, you do have to get a job to work to pay your bills and all that. But like, you got to get a career so you can get a good job, so you can save money, so you can live good, so you don't have to suffer anymore. Like, so you can retire.
Yeah.
It's not all about that. It's about this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that's going to be that are the real riches. That when all hell breaks loose, will be taken care of.
I got a cold-blooded analogy, if possible.
Get it.
If somebody told you, hey, get this Maserati, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I got the Maserati, and I'm driving around all careful, but then somebody told you, you know what? You gotta keep it clean because it's a Maserati. But then you find out, it says, hey, this car will self-destruct or you will have an accident and kill yourself in this car exactly in this many days. Are you still gonna wash that car? Now the analogy that I'm making is, why would you search out for worldly riches knowing that this whole society is gonna collapse and crumble and everything's gonna be destroyed? You stop searching for that and you start being like, you know what, I don't want a Maserati. I want a square ass Volvo that's gonna handle a flip, or whatever else. I'm gonna look for something more wise that has more wisdom in it than just looking for what everybody thinks is the hottest new thing.
Versus looking at something that pleases the eye.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, or that just drives fast. Now realizing a vehicle is just there to get you from one place to the next.
God, that Maserati gonna give you more problems too.
Oh yeah.
Then you got more women that's just gonna look at you to smash just cause you're car,
And that's not a good thing.
God, and then you got targets on your back too.
You'll end up like Rob Kardashian.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly right.
So you know the world filled with corruption, right?
Say that one time.
So you know this world filled with corruption, right?
Right, but
just
no.
like how the book of Exodus was. The Old Testament filled with nothing but corruption and war. What do you think's going on nowadays? Why do you think God sat there and flooded the earth like he did?
Yeah.
Have no on that on.
He's about to do that again.
That's right, but by fire, yep. He's going to destroy America by
Matthew
fire
6 and
because of the
21.
corruption.
For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Jeremiah 29:11.
Go ahead and
Jeremiah 29:11. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, and I'm gonna start at 6. It says, "But godliness with contentment is great gain.
Yep.
For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain that we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. But they that will be rich fall into temptation
That's funny that you
and
read
a
that in
snare."
Haggai. You read that in Haggai already. Of having all those things. You have food, but you're not full. You have drink, but you're still thirsty. You have clothes, but you're not warm enough. Even though you got what you need, you still want more than what you need. But just having what you need is enough.
God, being content with your daily bread.
It says, "But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition." If you notice, a lot of the jakes that are in the entertainment world that have made millions, they catch holy hell. All right? That's why they're the most depressed. That's why they always got drug problems. They try to escape reality by powdering up their nose. You know what I'm saying? Because they're dealing with depression.
Some of them commit suicide sometimes.
They commit suicide. Some of them they conscience. They have a guilty conscience because they know what they've done to attain those riches. You done sacrifice somebody in your family.